On tonight's episode of Knights at the Game Table, we have world champion Nick Nanavati playing with his Wargames Con list that he won the Wargames Con championship with versus our last boss, Greg, and his army of titans. Who's going to win? Watch the episode and find out. To keep up to date with everything at Knights at the Game Table, all you have to do is click subscribe and then hit that tiny little notification button next to it, so every time we upload a new video, YouTube will be sure to let you know. Now, while you're watching the episode, don't forget that if you want to watch even more Knights at the Game Table episodes and get a whole bunch of secret trainings from Nick on how to win a tournament, and even snag yourself one of our very own Knights at the Game Table dice trays, all you have to do is help support the show by becoming a Knights at the Game Table member. You can find more information about that by clicking the link in the description below. And if you want to come and chat to the team, you can always find us on the Facebook group Game Talk for Gamers. And finally, while you're watching, if you want a chance to be entered into our monthly draw to win a Start Collecting box of your choice, all you have to do is leave a comment down below and share this video, and we'll enter you into a monthly draw to win a Start Collecting box of your choice from either Age of Sigmar or Warhammer 40,000. So you could grab yourself some of these snazzy new Space Wolves to go with the Space Wolves Codex that just came out. So while you're leaving a comment down below, sharing the video, and checking out our membership site, I'll see you in the game.
Hey guys, it's Nick Nanavati here from Knights at the Game Table. I'm in Grimdark Games right now, about to play Greg Gonzalez. I'm running my Eldar list, my Eldar, Dark Eldar, Ynnari army that I used to win Wargames Con just the other day. I have Ulthway detachment with Eldrad, a Spirit Seer, a Warlock, and a Wave Serpent. Also in that Wave Serpent is 8 Ynnari Dark Reapers. In my Ynnari detachment, I got Cat Lady, a Bealtan Spirit Seer, 3 units of 5 Rangers, and 2 units of Shining Spears. One of my Shining Spear units is in reserve, and all of my Ranger units are infiltrating. Finally, I have my Dark Eldar detachment, which is Cabal the Blackheart, so I can access Agents of Vect. It's a really powerful stratagem. And then I have in that detachment an Archon and 3 Ravagers with Disintegrators. All the Ravagers are on Deep Strike there too. So right now, I'm hoping I can just wither Greg's first turn and then try to hit him really hard in response. So let's see how he can take it.
All right, hey, this is Greg Gonzalez, the big bad boss over here at Grimdark Games. Getting ready to play Nick Brown, aka the Brown Magic. I'm playing my Deathgaurd list, Bash Brothers with Mortarion and his lovely brother Magnus, and they have a friend. I haven't named him yet, but he's a Chaos Renegade Knight. And I also have 3 Demon Princes of Nurgle, all with wings, all with a Hellforged Sword, all with a Plague Spewer, and they get an extra attack with their Talon. They also have 1 psychic power each, and so they can do some work. And over here, hidden inside this building, is my friend. His name is Foul Blightspawn. He's a character, 4 wounds. He has a little chemical thing on his back. I think he's spraying for bugs, but anything he sprays, I roll 2d6 to determine the strength of it. So on a pretty regular basis, he's strength 9 with his spewer, and can do some serious work with it. By the way, it hits automatically, so charge me all day long. He'll be back here with the objective, and we're ready to go. All right, this is Greg. Got lucky. Finished setting up first with my whopping 7 models, so I get the +1 to my roll, and Nick and I are gonna roll it off. So he goes first.
Ooh, that +1. Here's if I seize the initiative. No, more ones.
Oh, you lose your first turn and you roll a 1.
Good luck, Greg.
House rules, brother. House rules. All right, it's the end of my movement phase. Want to kind of catch you up though. After I got the roll to go first, Nick promptly used 2 CP, and I think it's called Phantasm. He took his Shining Spears and his Wave Serpent from that corner and moved them all the way over there. And in my own movement phase, since I did win the roll off, I left this Demon Prince here. He's capturing that objective. He's within 3 inches. I moved the Knight that was here. I moved him up his full 12 inches. And I also moved the Demon Prince that was right next to him. I moved him up here. He's within 3 inches of that objective. I moved my Warlord Demon Prince from inside here. He moved 12 inches to right here. See if he can do something about these guys. I moved Mortarion. He had been here. He goes 12 inches. And then Magnus, his brother, came in 16 inches. He was a little further. He comes in right behind Mortarion. So I have a couple of options. One of them is I do my best to get in there, but since that's not going to work, I'm probably not going to do that, but we'll see what I do in the psychic phase. All right, my psychic phase is over. This Demon Prince didn't do anything. This Demon Prince shot Plague Wind, needed a 6 to kill with a mortal wound. Didn't do anything, didn't roll any 6s. This poor chap here, I needed to roll a 7, and I rolled a 6, so I spent 1 command point to re-roll the 1 into a magnificent 1. So that didn't work. I did get the Blades of Putrefaction and Miasma of Pestilence on Mortarion, and I did manage to kill that unit of Rangers. Killed that unit of Rangers with a Smite, and then Magnus was able to get a 3-up invulnerable save with Weaver of Fates, and then he warp timed up 16 inches to see what he can do with his next turn. So we'll move on to the shooting phase. It was my shooting phase, fairly uneventful. The Knight shot killed 4 of the Rangers, and then Mortarion finished off the last one. So there's a little red mist still floating in the air, but other than that, that's the only unit that died in the shooting phase. I was able to score objective, and I also killed a unit, and I was able to get first strike, which is one of by killing a unit in the first turn. So that gives me 3. There's still a chance. There's always a chance.
So my turn is pretty much centered around killing Magnus. I'm trying to set myself up to do as much damage to Magnus as possible. So I got my Dark Reapers out in the corner. They're going to try to shoot Magnus twice with Soul Burst. My Spear's moved up right next to him, so they're going to shoot him and charge him probably. Then I got my Psychers out to help maybe doom him, jinx him, buff my army, hopefully bring him down. And I moved my Serpent in such a way where he can shoot Magnus and also move block Mortarion, much like I used my Rangers to stand where Magnus could have gone. I did the same thing with my Serpent to stand where Mortarion could go to try to buy myself time later on by using my screening units. Aside from that, I brought my 3 Ravagers in, also positioned to shoot Magnus and fairly safe from everything else. Let's see how it goes. So the Psychic phase went okay, not too great, not too bad. Greg made the clutch denies for both Jinx and Doom. If either of those had passed on Magnus, I'd feel a lot better about killing him. Luckily, I did get Guide off on my Reapers, got reroll once they hit on my Shining Spears, and I got Soul Burst off on Reapers, so they shot Magnus in the Psychic phase and put 3 wounds on him. I also smited Magnus with my Warlock for just 1 wound. Then between my Reapers and my Spears and my Shooting phase, I did another 11 wounds to him. So he's only got 2 wounds left. I still have all my Ravagers and my Serpent to go, so I'm going to try to shoot my Serpent at him right now to finish him off. That way my Ravagers are free to shoot something else. So I killed Magnus a bit ahead of schedule, and now I'm going to use my Spears instead of charging him to trigger Soul Burst and move backwards to keep him safe for another turn. To finish off my shooting phase, after I killed Magnus, I had a few shots left with my Ravagers and my Rangers. They just took some pot shots at Morty. I put 4 wounds onto him. It's a good start for next turn. He's only got 12 left. I moved backwards with my Spear since Magnus was already dead, and I had no charges. So at the end of my turn, I killed the unit for 1 point. I held an objective for another point. I got 4 Titan Slayer points for killing Magnus. I got 1 more point for Headhunter, so that's a total of 5 points. I scored 7 points to Greg's 3 points. But then at the end of the battle round, Greg has more objectives than me, and Greg killed more units. So it's going to be a total of 5 points to Greg, 7 points to me.
All right, I think I got him right where I want him. Actually, I went ahead and moved Mortarion up 12 inches right there. I also moved the Demon Prince that was here towards the Wave Serpent to see what he can do there. There was a Demon Prince right here. I moved him forward. He's eyeing that Archon. And my Knight moved forward 12 inches as well. He can take a bead on the Shining Spears, likely. I left this Demon Prince here, protect that, and I have Foul Blight Spawn still in the back corner protecting this objective. So I have 2 objectives, possibly 3, when I kill the Archon. All right, so in my Psychic phase, my Demon Princes and Mortarion, I cast Smite on several. I took some wounds off of the Archon with Smite, and I took some wounds off of the Wave Serpent with Smite, I think 2. But Mortarion, the big one for me was Miasma of Pestilence, and I failed to make the necessary roll. So didn't have to deny it or anything, I just failed on that. So that's big, that's -1 to hit, and I failed it. So we'll see how that plays out. Probably gonna hurt me pretty bad, but we'll see. All right, that was the shooting phase. Fairly unimpressive. The knight shot and didn't do anything. He shot his melter gun at the Archon, didn't do anything. Shot his thermal cannon at the Shining Spears, didn't do anything there either. I managed to do nothing with that Demon Prince's Plague Spear. That Demon Prince's Plague Spear did nothing. And I think I did one wound with Mortarian's grenades on the Wave Serpent. So it's one sure way of killing things, and that's with some knives and some swords and some clubs. So we'll see if we can take care of that in the fight phase. All right, getting a little bit better because that shooting phase was horrible. But in this phase, I moved my Demon Prince up to encounter the Archon. I did a number of hits and wounds on the Archon, and of course the Archon with his 2-up save, he made a bunch of those, but he failed one, and the damage I do wiped him out. So his Archon is dead, which is nice. And then over here, I was able to get Mortarion within range to use his aura effect, which on a roll of a 4 or better, he can do D3 mortal wounds on every unit within 7 inches. One of my initial targets was the Farseer that was, or the Warlock that was over there. So that wiped out the Warlock with the aura effect and did a few more mortal wounds over there. But because that character died, now Mortarion's going to consolidate into the Wave Serpent, and the Demon Prince did some wounds on the Wave Serpent, but now Mortarion's going to go over there and blow it up. Mortarion hits with his eviscerating blow of his scythe, called the Silence. He gets 6 attacks, and everything hits on a 2, so everything hits. With this, he's strength 16. The toughness of that is 7, so anything a 2 or better puts a wound. So everything wounds, and it's -4. I don't believe he gets a save.
Yeah, I don't get a save.
All those wounds.
All right, let's count them up. We'll make some feeling pains.
13, 17, 18, 19. Go for it. You only need 18 feeling pains.
Okay.
You got this one.
So I have to make 18 out of 19 6-ups. I got this, right? I don't got this. I don't got this. Does he explode?
I hope that doesn't happen. I don't need any more mortal wounds. Come on,
Does he explode? I need a 6 right here.
5. Yes. In the end of that phase, things actually went the right way as opposed to previously. Mortarion was able to demolish the Wave Serpent. It did not blow up, therefore no mortal wounds, so I consolidated 3 inches towards Eldrad and his friends, and I also moved the Demon Prince that same direction. This Demon Prince, I moved him up just a little bit, but he's still there on the objective, and the Knight is ready to rock and roll in the next turn. All right, I was able to, at the end of that player turn, or that turn, I held in objectives, I killed something. I had as my secondary recon, which is having a unit in each table quarter. I killed 2 of his characters, which is Headhunter, by killing each one, so I got 2 points there. I had 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points now. So I'm beating Nick at this point. Not that I'm proud of that or anything, but mark this on the tape, save it forever.
So I basically just positioned a little bit. I brought all my Ravagers over to the side where Mortarion and the Plate Prince are. Spears moved up to next to the Mortarion and Plate Prince. My Reapers moved out to the side. My characters moved back. Really just trying to focus down those 2. If I can get Greg down to pretty much just an out-of-position Knight and 2 out-of-position Demon Princes, I feel pretty good. I opted to leave my second Spear Squad still in reserve because it would just clog my own lines up too much, and I don't think I need their firepower right now to just kill Mortarion and the Prince. And lastly, I want to make sure Mortarion's explosion doesn't accidentally kill some characters or some of my Reapers. So I made sure to put myself within 7 inches, but not 6 inches of Mortarion. So when he dies, he explodes on a 4-up, and everything within 6 inches takes mortal wounds. And I get to trigger Soul Burst if something dies within 7 inches of me. So that gives me 1 free inch to like hang out in where I can Soul Burst, but he can't kill me. So that was what I wanted to do with my positioning. I'm gonna cast Soul Burst on my Reapers from Cat Lady. If this passes on a 7, I need to roll 7. Then if Greg doesn't deny it, I'm gonna shoot Mortarion twice with them. That'd be really good. So passed on a 7, I'm gonna use a command point so it can pass harder because I don't want him to deny this. So I'm gonna reroll the 1.
Gonna go down to a 0. Come on, man.
So I perils, which is okay. She takes some wounds, but whatever. I rolled a 13 because of my +1, so Greg can't stop it. So Greg getting shot in the face. Here's how many mortal wounds I take. 2, and she's got 6 up feeling the pain. She only takes 1, so she has 4 left. And now my Reapers are gonna shoot Mortarion in the psychic phase. I need 3s to hit. I failed guide, so I'm only rerolling 1s. Just 3s to wound. 5 wounds. I did pass Jinx, so that means he's only rocking 5 up invulns this time. So 5 ups. Ooh, that's 15 damage. That's good for me. Bad for him.
On a 5, I ignore it.
So he takes 11, and then I got my Tempest Launcher too. 8 shots. Reroll 1s. I need 5s to wound here. He's got 1 wound left. 2 invulnerables for Mortarion, 5 ups. Kills them both. You gotta roll double 5s to stay alive.
Just 1 in each?
1 wound each. Double 5s. Nope. So then Mortarion's dead.
Oh. And to see if he explodes on a 4-up, if he explodes, every model within 7 inches takes D3 mortal wounds. Yes! Yes! You're gone.
All right, do some mortals to me. So I'm gonna trigger Soul Burst off of Mortarion dying to use my Shining Spears and have them move again. So I had a really up and down psychic phase. Eldrad, despite all of his rerolls and bonuses to cast, failed all 3 of his psychic powers. But I was able to pass Jinx and Soul Burst. So with that, the Reaper shot at Mortarion with -1 to his saves, and that on the first volley killed him. Greg rolled pretty bad for his saves and his feeling of pains, but things happen. Then Mortarion exploded and took 2 spears out with him and wounded a bunch of tanks. Then my Shining Spears triggered Soul Burst off of him dying to move towards another defense on the other side of the board. So a lot of stuff happened in the psychic phase. Now I get to shoot and charge with my whole army, so not a good time to be Greg over here. Reapers are gonna shoot the de-imprints there. I need 3s rerolling 1s, so 6 hits. I need 3s to wound. Only 4 wounds, so Greg got 4 4-up saves to make. So that's gonna be 6 damage for the prince.
Disgustingly resilient. Oh, Revolting resilient, 4-up.
Not bad, only 2 wounds.
Can live with that.
Then I got my Tempest Launcher. There's only 4 shots this time.
All right.
I need 3s to hit, rerolling 1s, and 5s to wound. 1 more invulnerable save, or 4-up armor save. And Skull Sting Resilient. It's good.
All right.
So that only did 2 damage. All right, this is irrelevant to that. 5 rangers at this guy. 5 hits. 2 armor, 1 armor save.
Good.
Okay, so my shooting phase, I shot my spears and my rangers at the Steam Prince over here. I put 4 wounds on him, so he's half dead. Hopefully my spear charge could finish him off. On the other much tougher to kill prince with 2-up armor and 4-up revolting resilience, I shot some pistols and my Dark Reapers at him again. Only managed to put 2 wounds on him, so he's down to 5 wounds. So I have 3 Ravagers left, and hopefully the 3 Ravagers can put the last 5 wounds on him. Otherwise, I might be in some deep doo-doo. So here's the first of the 3 Ravagers, hitting on 3s. No rerolls because my Archon's dead. Only 3 hits. I need 5s to wound. Just 1. So 1 invulnerable. He's good. Here's the next one. 5 hits. Gonna need 5s to wound again.
Come on, nothing.
Just 1. So 5-up invul. Fails at 2 damage.
2 4-up. Feeling pains.
Takes 1.
Takes 1.
And here's the last one. This one's got to do 4 wounds. Not a good start. Only 5 hits. Oh, 4 hits. Oh, man. I need 5s to wound here. 2 wounds. Could happen. Probably won't.
Two 5 ups.
So he fails both. He's got to make 4. If he's got to fail all 4 revolting resiliences on 4 ups.
If I fail, I'm dead.
Failed 3. He's got 1 left.
And that's all it takes to be awesome.
So my whole army shooting couldn't put 6 wounds onto a Demon Prince, but just my Dark Reapers could kill Morty. So I'll take what I can get, but I wish that turn just finished him off. He has 1 wound left. That's going to be a real problem for me going in the future, but what can you do? So my spears charge a Demon Prince. Between spears and rangers, I put 4 wounds onto him. Hopefully the 5 spears can finish him off, and then I'll at least have something to show for this turn. So here's the regular guy's attacks. 6 hits is a good start. I need 4s to wound now. Ooh, 6 invuls. Might not even need my Exarch.
Grandpa Norgal.
5 ups. Not bad, so that's 6 damage. It's 2 each. He's got to make...
There it is. I need 3 of them.
No, you just need 25 of them.
Nope.
So Demon Prince dies, don't even need my Exarch. That was pretty big. So in my assault phase, I killed the Demon Prince over here with 4 wounds left with my Shining Spears. Then I used the consolidation from after fighting to move block the knight between the 2 ruins. So now he's going to have to go around everything to engage my army. For scoring, I killed an enemy unit for 1 point. I held an objective for another point. I got 2 headhunter points for killing the characters, Mortarion and the Demon Prince. Still haven't gotten any recon points. And I already maxed my Kingslayer, so that's good to go. So I scored 4 more points this turn, so that's going to put me at 11 to 10. Then at the end of the battle round, we're going to see who held more and killed more. I killed 2 units, Mortarion and the Demon Prince. Greg killed 3 units, the Archon, the Wave Serpent, and the Warlock. So Greg gets 1 more point for killing more. We each only hold 2 objectives, so no one scores that point. So the total game score is going to be 11 to 11.
In my movement phase, I moved the knight approximately 1 inch forward, put him in position for shooting. But what I did over here was I moved my Demon Prince, who's also the Warlord. I moved him forward 12 inches, like he's able to put him in position for the psychic phase. The only thing I could do was smite, and I cast smite on Eldrad. Nick was hoping that Eldrad would be able to block the smite, but he couldn't, so Eldrad took 2 mortal wounds. So the next thing I'm going to do is my shooting phase.
So when Eldar units die within 7 inches of Cat Lady on a 4-up, she heals. So because he killed some Dark Reapers, she got to heal her wound. Back to full.
Literally never heard of that.
Back to full.
All right, so into the shooting phase, there was a little trap set by Nick. When and I think he may have mentioned it, or he acknowledged it, he moved his Shining Spears forward to block off my knight, and I could only do one thing, which was either stay in place where I was or move out of range, backwards out of range, and I wouldn't be able to shoot the Dark Reapers, is what I really needed to do. All right, my knight is going to attack the Shining Spears. I'm going to use the knight's Titanic feat. For every attack, it's multiple attacks with his feet, so it's basically going to stomp all over them and do maybe the river dance. So I need 3s. All right, so far in the assault phase, I was able to get my Demon Prince in to his character group, and so put 3 attacks on the Cat Lady, able to turn that around to Warlord was killed. Wasn't able to do anything to Eldrad because he's a tough guy with his 3-up invulnerable save, and I put 1 on, or 2 wounds on the Farseer, or Spirit Seer, excuse me. So he did what he needed to do, which was get the Warlord kill, score the point, and it's also a character, so that's another point.
So the Prince who just killed Cat Lady, I'm going to try to kill him back. He's only got 1 wound left. So here's Eldrad at him. 3 hits. And I need 2s to wound. 2 saves.
Regular?
Regular armor saves. Fails 1. It's 2 damage, so 2 disgusting resiliences.
Oh, I made
double
him.
4s.
I'm safe.
And here's my
But
Spirits here.
So I made an armor save on a 4-up. Nope.
So here's my Spirits here. This guy's important. He's going to try to finish him off too. 2 hits. I need 2s to wound. 2 wounds. If he rolls a 1 here, I got a shot. Ooh. So 2 damage there.
I need a 4s.
Need double 4s.
Yes!
Okay. And then
Bam, baby.
Do you give me a mortal wound back?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Here's my 6 of feeling pain. No. So I just hurt myself.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns, bro. All right, end of my turn. I did what I needed to do to a certain extent. Dark Reaper survived longer. The Knight did not, I wasn't able to kill the Shining Spear Exarch, so he's got 1 wound left. Fully combat effective. I've got to get that guy out.
So for my movement phase on turn 3, I tried to get in range of the Knight to doom him, but Eldrad just couldn't make it. I couldn't advance because I fell back from the DM Prince. The DM Prince only has 1 wound left, so I'm just kind of hoping to kill him with like smites and inconsequential powers. I moved my Ravagers out, so hopefully soon they can start getting me recon. The Reapers moved out, so they can just shoot the Knight also. Maybe triggering Soul Burst after the Prince dies, so I'll be able to shoot him twice with them. And finally, I brought the Spears in from Deep Strike finally. They created a wall protecting my Ravagers from the Knight with move blocking. Also, they're all in range to shoot the crap out of them. I don't think I'll be able to kill the Knight this turn, but I'm going to try, and hopefully we'll see what happens. So Eldrad finally turned on. He smited and finished off the Warlord Prince with 1 wound left. Then he cast Guide and Fortune onto my Spears. And then my other Spirits here cast Protect on them. So the Spears are fully buffed up and ready to go. So for my whole shooting phase and combat phase, I'm going to put everything this Knight. He's not debuffed in any way, but my Spears are fully buffed. My Reapers got the shot to shoot twice. And I have a little trick in the Assault phase if it should come to that. So hopefully it will. And we'll see what happens. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s and 2s for Guide.
I think you're going to miss the charge.
I don't think so. 4 Rens so far. And then I got my Exarch. It's guided. 3 hits, 6s. And your rerolls for being Exarch. Just 4 invulnerable saves.
No problem. Just need 5s. Yep. All right, it's not bad. Make 2.
This is down to 16. All right, here's the first Ravager at him. 3s, no rerolls because the Archon's dead. I need 5s, just 1, invulnerable.
5 up invulnerable save, I'm good.
Here's the second one. 6 hits, just 1 again.
Need another 5. Nope.
Nope, takes 2 more. And here's the last Ravager at him. 4 hits. Ooh, just 1 more.
All right, here comes another 5. Done.
Bad. So he's at 14 wounds left, and I got the Rangers at him. 4 hits. I need 6s. So that's 1 mortal wound and 1 armor save.
Okay.
So
made the armor save.
He's down to 13. All right. So here, we're going into my assault phase. The Knight has 13 wounds left, so he's almost half dead. If my Spears make their charge, I'll be in good shape. If they don't, Knight's gonna live. But first, I'm gonna charge the Rangers into soak the Overwatch.
All right, my thermal cannon, D6 shots, 4. I need 6s, nothing. And then I have a melter gun, 1 shot, nothing.
Okay.
Go for it, we need like a 10.
This is the Rangers. Rangers make it on 11. So my Spears rolled a 4 and a 2 for their charge. I used the command point to reroll into a 5, give me a 9's charge, so I made it naturally. I didn't get to do the cool Ranger trick where he kills my Rangers, so I get to charge again. It's sad because I can't show off my flashy moves, but at least I'm gonna kill the Knight. So here's the Spears charging into the Knight. They're just gonna pile in and attack it. They have 17 attacks, 3 of which are the Exarchs. The Knight has 13 wounds left, so hopefully I can bring it down for 5, 6, 7 regular guys. I need 3s to hit. It's good hits. And I need 5s to wound. 6 damage here. Here's my Exarch. 3 hits. He needs 4s to wound. And he rerolls against big things. It's gonna be 2 more. So that's a total of 10 damage to the Knight. So he's got 3 left. And then here are my Rangers, who somehow are gonna put 3 wounds onto this Knight.
Oh, they're not bringing any wounds.
They're bringing it. I need 6s to wound. They're not bringing it. So the Knight survived with 3 wounds left. At least he's in his lowest profile, so it's not gonna be too painful for my next turn. Let's see what Greg does on his attack backs.
All right, I need 5s. Oh, not bad, huh?
That's some pretty good 5s.
Use to wound. 2, 4, 6, 7.
So I have 7 4-ups to make because I'm protected. All right.
Oh my gosh.
2 go through, so it's D3 damage each. So the first one, draw, 2. And the second one's 3. So the first one, I have Fortune. So it kills the first guy, and Fortune on the second guy kills the second guy. So 2 guys die. So at the end of my turn, I shot my whole army tonight. Spears made the charge with the help of a command point and brought him down to 3 wounds left. Knight's limping away, so I don't care too much about that. So at the end of turn 3, it's going to be 20 points for me, 17 points for Greg. It's a really close game, but I think Greg's running out of steam.
So people would think at this point that I got my back against the wall, but I'm going to go down swinging. My Renegade Knight, he's going to strike. He's got 12 attacks. He's going to put them on. And even if Nick is able to kill me after that, I still have a chance, because I can. If I roll a 6, he blows up, wipes out all that stuff. So for me, it's a win-win. I go down swinging, he goes down burning. 12 attacks, hitting on 5s. Not too bad. 2s.
6 whole saves. I need 4-ups because I'm protected still. Ooh, only 1.
Need a 6 here.
Just 1. 1, feel no pain.
Nope.
Didn't do anything. All right, let's see if my spears can kill him so he can go down this kamikaze blaze of glory. 5 regular guys, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 6s now because I'm only straying 3.
All right.
But if I get 2 of them, you're donezo. That's 3 of them. Does he explode? Does the big boy blow up?
Dice Gods, Korn, Nurgle, Tzeentch, and Slanesh. Bless this dice.
That's a solid 3. Not even close.
Not even close.
Good game, Greg.
Thank you very much. Wow. Took my best shot, brother.
It's a good shot.
Thanks. Hey, this is Greg Gonzalez back here at Grimdark. Just finished my game with Nick. I like to refer to as the war in the store. Went head-to-head with his Wargames Con winning list. It was fun. It was a fun game. I had a few issues with, his list, his army, and some of my choices, but I feel I did some good things on deployment right from the very beginning. I deployed across the table. I knew that that Eldar has the ability to redeploy, and knowing that, I realized that I needed to kind of spread everything out and keep things in the middle, and so I deployed the bulk of my army in the middle and away from his army, which is on the other side in the other corner. And so sure enough, when before his deployment, before the game began, he moved his army over to the other side. So I think I did a good job of kind of fending him off there. There were some other things I think really went well. The Knight did not, I had a Chaos Renegade Knight in the game today, and he didn't do as much as I needed him to do. I may have had him out of position from the beginning. He was able to get some shots off, but the shots weren't as effective as I needed them to be. He was blocked off by a lot of movement tactics that Nick used, and I wasn't able to overcome those. He's really the only big thing, really one of the only things in my army that can't fly. So while he moves very fast, he can get tied up by things like jet bikes, and that proved to be a little fatal for my army. But I take a very fast, very low model count army. It's probably the fastest Deathgaurd army out there with all my demon princes. But I think it was a fun game. To be honest, Nick's a tough opponent. If you asked me 6 months ago whether I would ever play a game like this, I would definitely said no. At the Las Vegas Open in this past February, really rough time. I won one game and what have you. But after that one game, I decided to get with the Knights Pro and get the coaching from Nick, and it's really beneficial for me. I learned a lot about the deployment and using some tactics. Still not the best list builder in the world, so I need some pointers on that. But And the most recent event was Wargames Con in the GT, which is a pretty tough crowd. I went 4-1, and so my progress from where I was to where I'm at now, I think it came through. And I'm not sure. I think I gave Nick a game. He was sweating quite a bit. Not sure if it's being in South Texas, maybe the AC being off, but I made him sweat. Anyway, the war in the store is over. I'm not going to give him a pink slip to the store, but I do congratulate him on his victory.
So I just played my game with Greg. It was really awesome. I ended up taking it on turn 4. At the end of my turn 3, beginning of turn 4, he conceded. He had basically just the knight with 3 wounds left, DM Prince in the middle of nowhere, and a dude with a flamer who I keep forgetting about. But I was ahead in points, and I was ahead with my army, so it was just going to end badly. But I got to say, Greg played a really, really impressive game. I know Greg was actually one of my coaching clients from 6 months ago, and he came to me saying he lost every single game at LVO, except for one in the friendly, which isn't even the GT. So I kind of went into the game thinking Greg would not really know what he's doing, but he has been signed up for my coaching, so I didn't know how far he's come along. And he blew me away. He went 4-1 at Wargames Con, which when you look at 0-6 at LVO to 4-1 at Wargames Con, that's night and day. Like, you couldn't write a better success story if you tried. It's crazy how far he's come. So really proud of Greg. He played a really awesome game. He made some really good moves too. Like I tried to fake him out with my deployment, like I do to a lot of my opponents, and I got to do this weekend at Wargames Con. But he didn't fall for it at all. I usually use Phantasm to redeploy and then strike when my opponent's not prepared for. But he spread his army out really well. The deployment might have actually been like perfect. I'm not sure. And so super proud of that. His target priority was on point. His positioning was really key. He really just did the best he could with the models he had. I'm really proud of him. So kudos to Greg. I also played a really tight game, so I'm sure that didn't make his life any easier. My move blocking, my positioning, my screening was all key. And my target priority was like right where I needed to be. I was able to get some fake outs in with his ion shield. That's described in the members section if you guys are Knights of the Pro members. But also, if you're interested in personal coaching and if you're interested in getting a success story like Greg's, where you can go from 0-6 to 4-1 at a GT, a major GT with 70 people, seriously consider Knights Pro. You get personalized coaching with me. I do weekly phone calls with you so I can track your progress and see how you're doing. You get access to weekly battle reports and hours of clinics I teach on all the different factions. Results speak for themselves, and you can kind of see how Greg's progressed over the 6-month period I've been working with him. And honestly, I think I'm so proud of Greg. It's really a great game. There's a link to Knights Pro in the description below, so if you want to learn more, click below.
So there you have it. It turns out the master is still better than the student, and Greg's got a little bit more training to do with Nick before he can take Nick off the top spot. I smell a rematch in the future. In the meantime, don't forget that if you want training from Nick Nanavati, then you can find a whole bunch of tournament tactics and training lessons from him in our members area, along with painting tutorials and additional episodes of Knights of the Game Table every single week. All you have to do to find out more about that is click on the link in the description below. And you've still got a chance to win our monthly draw by leaving a comment down below and sharing the video. So while you're checking out the membership area, why don't you take a look at what's coming up next week on Knights at the Game Table.
Next week on Knights at the Game Table, Astra Militarum versus Orcs.